In rural Ohio, a small company made a big promise. We will not trade American jobs for foreign profits. But could they survive in a world geared for cheap labor and quick profits?
Take a good look around, and you can see the ghosts from America's manufacturing past. Government policies, technology, and globalization have closed the doors of entire industries. Typically, it's not the upwardly mobile who shoulder the pain. It's the people who work with their hands. In a strikingly short time, the jobs of hundreds of thousands of Americans have been swept away by a powerful tide of change.
It's powerful in the sense that only 2% of the clothing that we are purchasing today is American made. What used to be over 900,000 jobs hardly exceeds 100,000 jobs today in the USA garment industry.
The tax dollars that went to support the schools and the police and the fire department are all now going overseas because we're not buying products here. We want things fast and cheap, and we don't care how we get it. And ultimately that hurts American jobs and affects a lot of people.
Even blue jeans, constructed from the most iconic fabric of Americana, has lost its native roots.
If you can get back into history, you can see that we went from about 200 mills where the denim was made. Now we're down to 3.
Seeing American manufacturing jobs vanish before his eyes didn't sit well with Lawson Nickel.
He was working for another blue jean manufacturer at the time, and he was one of the national sales managers.
He was shopping in a retail outlet and noticed his company's product, went to take a look at the tag, and lo and behold, tag read made in Mexico, not made in USA.
They didn't tell me. I found out. I did get in touch with the CEO of the company. He did what he thought was the right thing to do for his business. I told him that I'm going to do what I think is the best business for me. I quit.
Acting on his principles put Lawson in a tight spot.
I had no place to go. I still wanted to stay in the apparel industry, and I wanted to do it in USA-made products. In order to do that, I pretty much had to start my own business, and that's what I did.
And said, I think we can do this. And so I was like, all right, I'm in. Let's give it a shot.
Get her done.
And for about 2 years, you could pretty much find me at work at about 5 o'clock in the morning and probably around 10 o'clock at night. And I actually was in the business for those 2 years before I made $1,800. It got scary.
Throughout the tough times, Lawson's wife, Marianne, never stopped believing.
She took care of the kids. She'd make supper at night, 9 o'clock at night, if at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, if I still was working to do those types of things. She tried to just make it as comfortable as it could be. She helped me.
As the company moved forward, 2 things defined it.
All American Clothing is all about USA made, USA jobs. Everything that we source, everything that goes into our boxes that we ship products in, it's all USA made.
The second building block was family.
The company started with, it was me, my dad, and my mom. And then as we grew, my wife came in next, and my sister is now in the business. It can be a challenge. You have different opinions, and everybody's got different ideas of what they want to do and which directions the company should go.
What we have is daily. Somebody doesn't think Dad's doing it right. Dad doesn't think she's quite doing that right.
So yeah, feelings can get hurt whenever, let's say, nobody likes your idea.
Hell yes. That's a hard one.
But you can get over those bumps a whole lot faster because you know and you love the people you work with. And you can trust them with anything and everything.
Frankly, we have fun being in this business.
Angie, has UPS been here yet?
Be here in about 10 minutes. We got about 10 more orders to get out before they get here.
Jeans are our number one seller. It's what we got our start in, and it keeps the business going.
The story begins in the soil of the American South. It all starts with cotton.
We have a style of t-shirts that we feature traceability on. So we can actually take that shirt and trace it all the way back to the farmer that grew the cotton, and we tell their story on our website. So you get to know the farmer. You can see how it flows and how many people you're really affecting just by buying one garment that's American made.
Cutting and sewing the denim is difficult. It's a skill that's disappearing.
It's very hard to find the workforce that can make jeans. We use a plant in Kentucky right now, and they have, I want to say it's right around 50 people that cut and sew our jeans. And this was a plant that was originally, they were putting out right around 30,000 units a week for some of the larger name brands. But when they decided to move overseas, it just hurt this community.
The best part of this whole thing is walking in and seeing 50 people working, and they need the job, and they're happy doing the job, and they are good at what they do. That's what it's about. It really is. That's wonderful.
All American Clothing has a showroom at their Arcanum headquarters, but nearly all their sales are online.
How you doing?
So if somebody from California orders a pair of jeans, it originates in Kentucky where it's made, comes up here, and then we package all of it together with whatever else they may have ordered, whether it's a t-shirt, a pair of socks, and then ship it out from here.
$64. If each American spent just $64 on an American-made piece of clothing, it would generate over 200,000 new jobs.
All Americans' online customers have a common question.
Everybody wants to know, where's Arcanum?
We've got 2 traffic lights. I can walk to work.
It's a little town. It's got beautiful people. I love it.
But initially, Lawson's vision was not shared by his neighbors.
People thought that, for lack of a better term, let's just make it simple, I was crazy. You're in Arcanum, Ohio, and we don't know anything about anybody making blue jeans or being in it. And why were you doing it, Lawson? And you'll never make it. That's what they said. And after 2 years of no money, I said, I'm still going to make it.
And, here we are 13 years later and still growing, still doing good, and hiring more people. And
not many of them are saying, I don't think you can do it, Lawson. Not many people say that anymore. Oh.
Lawson is a firecracker. You can find some competitive guys, passionate people throughout your lifetime, but Lawson takes it another level. He has a note that's on his desk that reads, "Make something happen today," and he lives by that. He makes something happen today, every day.
Lawson is still making things happen, but today BJ is running the business.
Got her in control?
yeah, I think we got it, Dad.
They're different personalities, but they're cut from the same cloth. A competitive nature is the common thread.
Competitiveness runs in the family. So we have fun and get competitive about, the littlest things.
I'm not trying to get wealthy. I'm trying to have a standard of living. And then I want my children, and I want my employees to have a standard of living. That's who I am, and I take it to heart.
Combine that with his competitive, we can do this attitude, you know that he's going to get things done, and, he did.